This is the third tutorial in my Sprite Animation tutorial series on Super Mario Bros. 3 Sprite Animation. If you saw 1, it was building a background. If you saw 2, it was putting all the animation frames together. There were 92 frames I did. I did the 93rd, including which was the opening frame for the sequence, for the animation, for the level in the Mario 3 overworld, world 1 to grassland kind of level. As you see, it's very green. It's a very green pastoral kind of thing. All right, so I start with Mario. Initially, he's falling out of the sky. He falls out of the sky. Let's say he just beat. He went to coin heaven, got a bunch of coins, and came down and had to beat this little portion to get the warp pipe to then get to the end gate and pick up a star card, get his 5 up. I don't have all that, but here's a quick little bit. In all retrospect, this was a very quick animation to do, especially when you put all the other animations I've done together, and you see Reggie Retro for 14 minutes, or Zapp and Troy, or a big Wii-Pals episode, or my Chuck Norris Turtles episode, whatever. Putting them in the right order, you have to make sure you sequence them all, because then you know that they will then play through, and it will be perfect. So as we go through, you see how I'm making sure, and as you watch, you actually see Mario move, and that's how it's supposed to be. Animation is bringing life to something that isn't otherwise moving. It's my favorite bit of favorite kind of animation, I think, to do, honestly, that I've basically taught myself is Sprite Animation. I do eventually want to do other types of animation, which I may do sometime down the line. But as of right now, Sprite Animation and specifically these tutorials are my current thing. And as you watch, you see how it works. It's simple, but difficult. But then in the end, it's worth every bit of sweat you have to put into it. This is 93 frames. I've done animations that are in the 2,000 plus frame range that took a week to do. And that's just the animation portion. The background you saw I did, that was such a simple background compared to the ones I've done for Reggie Retro, which again is my biggest, unique, original, custom, etc. Sprite animation series project ever. Doing a Mario Sprite animation is simple. That's why I'm teaching you how to do animation this way, so you get to see how it basically works. Or like I said in part 2, if anybody who watches this wants to then do this, wants to replicate this, wants to do Sprite animation of their own, show me, find a way to record you doing it, and do commentary over it, and say what parts you like doing, say what you don't like, say pros or cons about it, or and then basically show me what you can do. And if you can succeed at this, that's one step into becoming a Sprite animator like myself. I will be showing you eventually, again, in the second and third series of tutorials that I will be having, 4 parts each. I will be doing a Mega Man and a Sonic one. I'm deciding if I'm going to do Mega Man next or Sonic next. My 2 favorite series outside of Mario are Sonic and Mega Man. I'm a big fan of the Blue Bomber and the Blue Blur. So as you watch, you see Mario's jumping now. Boom. Lands, slides. And then we have more frames to pop in. Make sure they're all in the right sequence. 93 frames is a cakewalk. This is the easiest Sprite animation I think I've ever done. But it's fun. It's Mario. You're going to see Mario stomp a Koopa Troopa very soon. Once we get them all, or 93 frames in order, there's no repeat frames. There's no real difficulty. It's a simple amount of rearranging everything. It's a slideshow. I mean, animation, if you want, or like you know, flip books. Each one of those pages in a flip book is a frame. That's the basic animation. If you take you do a lot of pictures of something in rapid succession, put them together, it looks like it's animated. It looks like it's moving. You try it. Take your camera and if you have like a camera and you have a good way to do a quick shutter, like rapid photos with your shutter, just go like 15, 20, 30, 40 pictures of you doing something, and if you do it right, you can look like you're animating yourself. That's fun. That's animation. I love animation because I'm big into video games, so Sprite animation is something I love doing. I'm big into, obviously, grew up watching cartoons, still watch them to this day, so I have cartoons I like doing too. Alright, so we have them laid. Now we have to sequence them. You see how I'm doing walk sprites? Walk sequence sprites always go 0.1211 or 10. Jump sprites go 0.06 through 0.09, depending on the speed of the jump, or if there's more action involved in the jump motion. When he lands, I will leave him stationary for half a tick, a second or so, because Mario's thinking. Do I go on the warp pipe first and potentially miss out on a 1-up in this box? Or do I just hit the 1-up? Or what if something else comes? I may need a power up. This could be a power up. I just lost my Tanuki suit, so I'm feeling kind of down. I'm gonna slide. Maybe that's fun. That sort of cheers me up. He's smiling. And then we stop. Oh, Koopa Troopa. Okay, we got to think about this one. All right, we gotta work. Okay, pause. Not for 7 seconds. Maybe a little bit. Okay, now we're just going to. All right, and then we jump. I'm gonna get this Koopa Troopa. Get my points. Maybe keep him. No, I think I'm gonna squish him. See, quick little everything. It's not that hard. Once you do flip this around, this has got to go quick. You saw the 0.06 I did in the jumps as he's moving up towards a Koopa Troopa. 0.06, 2-to-1 ratio. That's how you should do sequence like that when you're doing sprite animation, to make sure everything stays fluid and quick. Not too quick, not too slow. You don't want it to be choppy. Is not what you want. You want this to look like you're playing Mario. You want the animation to look good. This is such an easy one compared to Sonic. When I do the Sonic tutorial series, you will see how much work it takes to do one quick background like this. I'm going to do the same thing. One simple little setting, and he's going to do a lot of action in one thing. I'll have a lot of things in it. So yeah, these are kind of out of order, so we got to redo this bit. We got to go from him land. We got to do he lands from the jump. Make sure the coin sprites in the right order. There's 5 of those. Boom, spin coin, he lands. Make sure those are the right speed, 0.07 for those ones. And then we do land, he pauses for a minute, he climbs up the hill, and he gets ready for one last jump. The audio will be coming right after I'm done with the animation portion of this part of the tutorial. It's the 2-part tutorial. To pan it out a little bit more, this is being sped up. This portion of this tutorial is quick. When I get to the audio, I will be doing it at a normal speed so you don't miss anything commentating over it. Alright, so now he goes down the warp pipe. Make sure those go 0.08. And then the last one with nothing else on frame. A couple seconds to pan it out. That's 13 seconds. I went from 10 minutes to 13 seconds. Alright, play. And you can see what it looks like. Boom, boom, boom. Play, play, boom, jump, kick, coin, pipe. Boom, animation. Alright. And now, my audio program, which I'm sure a lot of you people out there use. If you don't use it and you have another one, use that one. If you know how to use an audio program, use it. Use your programs you want. I'm doing this all with Paint, Movie Maker, and Audacity. That's what I do all my sprite animations with. Alright, so I have Mario Grassland theme ready and ready to go. So I take a little bit off. There's no delay in the sound and the music. We all know what it sounds like. World 1, 2, Overworld in Mario World, Mario Land. Mario Bros. 3. Alright, so boom. First jump. We go grab the jump sound effect from my mini sound effects. Jump, bump, coin, warp, kick, squash. Those are the sound effects I'm using. If I missed one, comment below. It'll prove you're watching this. This is a quick video. The last one was 40 minutes for just making the animation, making the frames. This is a nice and quick one. The first jump goes right there. You have the little clock on the left, sort of on the left center, and then you have your Audacity or audio program taking up the rest of the screen. You just have to make sure whatever time you see for that action in the animation, you put that sound effect right there, or as close as you can within the tiniest fraction of the second that's allowable in the audio program that you're using. You want it to be synced or as close to as synced as possible, because if it's off by too far, it'll be bad. Some of my sprite animations, early ones, these sound effects aren't great. The animation may not be great. There's some choppiness in audio, or it's not as fluid. But like I've said, doing this for almost 6 years now, sprite animating, and I got to where I have a good rhythm and I can get it done to where it looks like a legitimate level in a video game. People have even asked me, why don't you do emulations or whatever, or ROMs, or make your own games? Like, I'm an animator. I'm not a game maker. I'm not a programmer. I'm an animator. If you want to see me do one, let me know and I'll figure out how to do one. Right, we do this. We have the jump. Right, we have one more jump. This is gonna be. We're gonna have to have multiple sound effects coming up in one sequence, because there's a jump, there's a squash, and there's a kick coming up very soon. So we have squash, We have the jump. We have the squash. So you get the stomp sound effect. Such a cliche Mario sound effect nowadays. Been in every Mario game since Mario 1. So you do a second audio track. It's going to be all the way over, so you have to make sure you get it just right. You have to copy it, paste it, delete it, then repaste it in the right spot in the audio track at the right time frame. And then we have a little spin. He lands. Kick sound effect. So we get the kick pulled up. Boom. Copy. Like I said, every bit of this project is copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, save. Basically, that's the whole trick of sprite animating, is you're just doing a lot of copying, pasting, and saving. Unless you're doing custom work, and then that's a whole nother mess. Or original sprite, that's a whole nother mess. I should do a Reggie Retro sprite tutorial, shouldn't I? Let me know in the comments below what animation, what style of video game you want to see me do in sprite animation or a tutorial or a cartoon or whatever, because I would like to know what kind of retro games out there you like. I do platformers for the most part. Like I said, I believe in part 2 of this tutorial series. I could venture if I had to. If you want to do this, if you want to show me your skills as a sprite animator, because I'm sure people out there can do 10 times as good as I can using programs that I have no idea how to use. Although I'm pretty sure they're all pretty much uniform and probably a heck of a lot better than MS Paint. Okay, now we have the coin. We have a jump, bump, coin trio of sound effects. We have to make sure we have overlaid properly. We're doing a third track. And that way we have everything in proper order when we get the audio track done and get the animation ready to be finished. We got one more jump. Copy the jump. Don't have to go back. Just find the nearest jump. You typically will have a lot of the sound effects reused, so just grab it from a previous spot, copy, and then paste the new jump sound effect right where it goes. Boom. All right, and then one more sound effect at the very end, and that's the warp pipe sound effect, aka the shrink sound effect, if you know your Mario. Ow, ow, ow. All right. So then we go boom, where that goes. All right, towards the end, paste, and then we have to. All right, beautiful. All right, everything's good. Wait, okay, make sure we save this. Export. You could save it if you want, just so you have the Audacity project saved. But if you're doing a quick little thing like I am, this is just for the sake of doing it. You have to just save it as SMB3 tutorial audio. So I'm saving this one as, or animation audio, I should say. All right, and then you go back to the top, the very first frame. You go to the home, drag over, add music, go through your audio tracks, mine are all in my Audacity folder for the sake of ease. Find out whatever you saved it as. Boom, animation audio. But for this, you have to wait till the actual video is uploaded. So you get to watch the animation again. Pretty good, right? Let me know what you think of the animation so far, what you think of this tutorial series, and in the fourth and final of this 4-part tutorial series on Super Mario Bros. 3 sprite animation in a simple little animation sequence, what you think of it, and if you guys want to know how I do it or how I use other sprites, I will be doing more tutorials down the line. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Thanks for watching.